Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here on Prime News page and Prime Conversation page here on YouTube. And I have a very special guest with me this afternoon, and that is the Colombian Ambassador to Guyana, Ambassador Graybern Livingston Forbes. Ambassador, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
There are a couple important things that are happening that really brings Colombia and Guyana together. First of all, there's been the reopening of the Colombian embassy here in Georgetown. What can you tell us about that, where you're located, and what has been going on for you?
Okay, the Colombian embassy reopened on the 28th of July this year. We have to say that Colombia and Guyana have had built diplomatic relations since 1970. So, as part of a South American country, one of the aim of our actual government is to strengthen these ties between the South American country and especially Guyana, which represent a very important country for us because we not only share some cultural ties, but also we share a very important area and biodiversity, which is the Amazon as we know it.
And you actually have a physical office here. And for those who don't know, where is it and what are your opening hours?
Okay, we are located in the World Trade Center. We are here from 8 to 4 p.m., open to the public. So Colombians that are here in Guyana or even Guyanese can just pay us a visit. I know that we enjoy some of our wonderful coffee.
Great to know. And one of the good things about the diplomatic ties that have been created since the 1970s and even much later on, there's no visa needed to travel to Colombia. I've benefited from that. I've been to Colombia a few times, and I think that's one of the good things.
Yes, we have in these diplomatic relations or diplomatic ties, there is no visa. We have both Colombians and Guyanese have over 3 months that they could be in any one of these countries back and forth without any restrictions.
Great. And frequent flights too, because I think two
Yeah,
airlines are operating.
yeah,
More
we have a
importantly,
Bianca.
great.
Sorry, we
Go
have
on,
a
go on.
Bianca which is operating here. They are flying 3 times a week, and I embrace this opportunity for Guyanese to explore Colombia's beauty. Our government has been promoting our country as the country of beauty, and we have a massive tourism heading to Colombia during the last 2 years. So it's open, affordable, and very nice that Guyanese can visit Colombia. We have very diverse. We have a lot of different type of tourism. We have ecotourism. We have culture tourism. We have amusement tourism, and as well we have beautiful beaches and cultural, like in our cultural region as it is in in Cartagena, Barranquilla, and San Andres Island, where I'm from.
Great. It's so fascinating. I'm a student of history and I've been following like the island of San Andreas and so on. And it's so fascinating to hear that you are from that island. Most importantly, your mission here in Guyana, you have been trying to promote these cultural linkages. And already we saw a few weeks ago there was a theater workshop and also a production. Tell us a little bit about that. And now that you've been able to have those linkages made in theater, what has been the feedback like?
Um, just to mention that the one of the core programs of the embassy is what we call culture diplomacy or cultural diplomacy. In every one of our missions worldwide, we have this program, and the main focus is to strengthen the ties between countries through culture, as we have been doing here in Guyana. For this year, we launched our zones and stages of origin, which we are doing in alliance with partnership with the University of Guyana and with the help of the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport. This program is based on two main activities, which we are doing some cultural exchange around theater workshop, and we had the opportunity to have one of our artists here, which is Marlene Biscaino, which she did a wonderful performance of her play called Come Back, which talk about the resiliency of Caribbean woman in during history and more nowadays. And for the second part of our cultural activities or agenda, we'll be having a band from Colombia, from San Andres as well, where they will be sharing their experience around creative industries and how music can become a very important asset in our local economies, especially when we talk about tourism. RIM and the Creole cluster music cluster, sorry, has been working hand to hand with the tourism industry in Colombia in order to make this a reality for the young generation of musicians.
And Ambassador, there are obvious similarities between Guyana and Colombia artistically and culturally. And so these linkages, what have they been able to do for these specific groups of people that you have been uniting?
So we with Marilyn, we did a very we make our big opening of Sounds on Stage of Origin at the World Trade Center, where we have some scholars representative of the University of Guyana. We have some of the theater leaders here participating, and the main idea was to share a little bit of Marilyn's experience in theater and how she developed a very nice program which she called the Roots Festival, Theater Festival, which is one of our unique festivals in Colombia because it gathers a lot of ethnic groups, especially indigenous Amerindians, Black communities, Roms, and Gypsies, as we call it. And they unite in order to make this type of theater based on culture, knowledge, and history of these communities. This had been a wonderful experience because in this interaction of Marilyn with the local theater groups and leaders, we have been working, we work on that workshop, and we had the opportunity to build bridges between San Andres, Colombia, and Guyana. And we are looking forward to continue collaborate in these areas. For next year, one of Guyana will be invited to the Ethnic Roots Theater Festival in 2026. Will be the country that we be inviting to be a part of this event. This year was Trinidad and Tobago, but next year we'll surely have Guyana as our main country and invitees to our event in Colombia.
Great. And when is that festival usually?
The festival usually they happens in October, between October and November 2026.
Great. So if Guyanese are really interested in going to Colombia for the first time, this is ample information to plan ahead. This is definitely a festival to keep track of. And the festival has like a Facebook page. So if people want to follow.
Yeah, the Facebook, I don't remember really the Facebook page, but it's something like Ethnic Roots Festival. Maybe we could share it.
Yes, I think I have the page and it is Ethnic Roots Festival. So if there's anything that you wish, any type of information, it's Festival Ethnic Roots. You
Yeah,
can
festival.
definitely check
In
out that
Spanish.
page.
Yeah.
Yes, like it, and all the information would be posted there. Next week, another interesting collaboration, and you have a big announcement about Friday, an event on Friday. Please tell us about that.
Yeah, this coming Friday, we have a very good agenda. What we are doing, we'll be having a workshop from 3 to 6 with local musicians. Like I said before, RIM and the Creole Music Cluster are coming in order to share their experience and how they had been working hand to hand with the musicians in San Andres and Providence in order to offer to the tourism sector a very nice cultural event that they have been doing for a long time, and how these creative industries can be a part of, and a very important asset for our local communities. So There will be we having a workshop for musicians from 3 to 6. We
Mhm.
invite all the musicians that are listening to this wonderful program. You can come in; it's totally free. We'll be having Elkin Llanos, which is one of the leaders of the Creole music cluster, and he would be talking about what they had been doing with an album and a collaboration that they did with local artists, that they had been taking Creole music to the world, which is the brand, and they had been all over the world in London, New York, sharing the music experience, what we do on the ground. Because you guys don't know, but San Andres as well, we play soca. We have a soca fusion that we have been doing for a long time. We have a lot of influence in calypso
Mhm.
and reggae, and even souk or kizomba, which are songs from Africa and the Caribbean. And these songs are very similar to what we listen, you guys listen here in Guyana. So I think it would be a very nice collaboration that could happen there. And from 6:30 to 9:30 or to 9 in the night evening, we'll be having open mic performance and featuring one of our local artists, which is Minor P. He's a traditional dancehall reggae um, musician, artist that had been doing a lot of fusion with Caribbean sounds. And I know
Mhm.
you guys will enjoy his performance. And we'll be having other bands, local bands from Guyana, that will be having the opportunity to show what they have been doing in music and to use this stage in order to promote what they are doing.
Great. And the workshop is on which day?
On Friday, both events will be happening on Friday,
On Friday.
on Friday, the 28th of November, if I'm not wrong. From 3 to 6, we'll be having our workshop with musicians and
Mhm.
artists, scholars, or people that want to know or learn about our experience
Mhm.
in Colombia. And from 6:30 to 9, we'll be having our gathering around our open mic session and featuring our artists from Colombia will be
Mhm.
performing. And we have local bands that will be performing as well.
Great. And that is at the Yana in
Yeah,
Kingston
Imani
downtown.
Yana at
Mhm.
Kingston. Yes, it will be open to the public, no charges. This is an activity or program that we have been developing with the University of Guyana for the people of Guyana, and to enjoy and to somehow enjoy this cultural exchange that is happening between the embassy and the University of Guyana.
So good to hear, Ambassador. Thank you so much for your time today. Is there anything else you want to share before we end this interview?
I think this would be is a very important. It's very important that we could interact and do this exchange, because I know the artists are very happy to be here from Colombia, and I know the artists from Guyana are very motivated to participate. So this will be open, and this is a gift from Colombia to Guyana, this cultural exchange. And for next year, we will be continue, because this program continue all year long. And next year we'll be having other program. We will continue deepening the relations in cultural ties between Colombia and Guyana.
Great, that is good to know. And hopefully we can get our visitors some pepper pot, some curry, some
Of
cook up.
course, yeah, of course. Probably next year we'll be working more on local gastronomy or food. We could do a cultural exchange around food. Maybe you guys can do pepper pot. We can do a rundown, which you guys call metal G or something like
MetMG,
that. Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah. It's similar to that, but we have more ground provision and fish and a lot of things. So I know we can. It would be very nice to do it, to do something like this next year. So we are looking forward to continue collaborate, and I know everyone will enjoy it.
Thank you again, Ambassador, for your time.
Thank you for having
So
me.
no problem. That ends this discussion here. You heard all about the cultural exchanges between Colombia and Guyana. And if you are a musician and interested, the details Ambassador spoke about the workshop next Friday. And also, if you are a member of the public and you're interested in attending the musical show that is on at the Yana next Friday at 6:30 p.m. until 9. So thanks again for joining us for this brief conversation today.